If you are going to drive for DoorDash, yes, these are tips and tricks to maximize your income. But here's the twist. I don't want to talk about just the basics because yes, we want to pick the best offers, the highest paying. We look at positioning the restaurant, the merchant, all of that. But in this video, I specifically want to talk about what is actually new right now. Do you have these features? And even if not, how to use it to maximize your income. I only have the newest DoorDash Dasher features going on right now. So this is a great video if your market is just getting this, or again, if you don't have it starting, if you're a new Dasher. These gold reserved zones, I'm betting we're seeing more and more of this. Let me know in the comments. Are you a new Dasher and are you unable to dash because your zone is locked with these gold reserved zones? Now hold on, if you're an experienced Dasher, and I've been doing this stuff since 2018 on DoorDash, 2015 generally in the gig economy, how would I look at gold zones for new Dashers? Okay, if I'm new and I can't dash in this zone, you cannot go online unless one of two things happens. I either complete this required amount of deliveries to unlock the zone, but you can't even complete deliveries if your zone is locked, or DoorDash takes away this gold reserved lock. The only way then you're gonna unlock these zones is to dash in another zone. And I've seen marketplaces where almost the entire market is locked on gold, so you might have to drive a little bit to get to a zone that's not locked. Is that a pain if you're new? Yes, but again, if you're already activated, that might limit new Dashers from oversaturating arguably an already-ish saturated sub-marketplace. Now, any Dasher can put in the work to get platinum status, the highest rewards tier of DoorDash's reward program. But this, the Platinum Pass, and subsequently you get the ability to pause offers as well, is brand new. Here's how I would use Platinum Pass. You have to hit the highest metrics, not just for a week, 2 weeks, but 4 weeks of maintaining platinum status. That could be like 70% or 80% minimum acceptance rate, and do it for 4 weeks to get 1 week free of platinum. Listen, I don't know a ton of marketplaces where this would make a lot of sense unless, like I always say with these rewards programs, the math makes sense. I don't want you to accept 70 to 80%, but average like $105 a mile, average like $16 an hour for all that work, all the miles on your vehicle to maintain platinum for 4 weeks to get, one nice week where you don't have to hit the metrics. You really have to look at the math if that going all in on platinum is gonna pay you more, is more worth it than just multi-apping, driving on different apps at the same time and just cherry picking, or the margin strategy we call it, which one mathematically would pay you more. Another new feature, Top Customer, which we've been having a lot of things to say about. When you're making a delivery and you get to the restaurant and the pickup screen, it used to say like Top Customer, handle with care. Now it'll say, yes, deliver with care. This person's a top customer. They tend to tip more for like good customer service and all that. The only way I actually use deliver with care or top customer to make more money is to just communicate any delays, issues, pay attention to delivery notes. If they want extra hot sauce, napkins, I don't know. Let's not overthink this. It's like food delivery. It's not super hard, top customer on DoorDash. Now, if you want to track and actually learn how your specific marketplace is doing, if you're wondering, like, is this all worth it? Check out our new ShiftMate app. I'll leave it linked down below. What about the new on-time rate? Because this has been out for like, I don't even know how long, and I still don't have it here in Pittsburgh. So do you have the new on-time rate? I have the on-time or early rate. What this does is it gives you a arguably pretty tight delivery window from what I'm hearing, and you need good metrics to get Dasher rewards or the overall Dasher rating program, which is just the updated version of that. Even though they break down like your actual last 100 deliveries or whatever it is, and they show you exactly what part of the delivery was on time or late, I've heard it's pretty strict. We're going from A to B, but then, there's traffic and things should be considered. That's what DoorDash says. Like, well, our algorithm is considering traffic in real world scenarios, but I've heard it still dings you for being late, even going A to B. What about that newer overall Dasher rating program though? So the Dasher Rewards program, it's based on, I told you, that acceptance rate. In part, you need like 70% or 80% to get said platinum status. This overall Dasher rating, it needs points, and it's not as heavily weighed as the acceptance rate on the prior. It's just the program really hasn't expanded, but I have heard good things. So if you have overall Dasher rating, do you like it better than Dasher Rewards? I think I would like it better. It's not weighing as much on the AR, and you actually don't even have to do 100 deliveries in the last rolling 30 days to get platinum. So that, to make more money, that's what we're talking about here. That might actually make you more money than, we call it V1 Dasher Rewards. Overall Dasher rating, it might be easier to get gold and platinum, to get higher priority to higher paying orders. It might make you more money and it's easier to get. Wouldn't that mean more Dashers might qualify for gold and platinum, getting higher priority to higher paid orders? Yes. But remember, before 2023, when we didn't even have Dasher Rewards at all, everyone could get high paying orders. They're basically just evenly dispersed, and it considered like other things as far as like how far you are from the restaurant. And this next feature might be actually one of the best concrete new improvements, because this is an actual different offer type. It's DashLink. DashLink routed delivery. It's like Amazon Flex. Go to a warehouse, I get my packages, I get my route, and I make deliveries. Predictable pay, but I like it a lot more than Amazon Flex, and I've done Flex also for years. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles here. I can see the entire routes. I can't on Flex. I can see the pay. Yes, I can see that on Flex, but I can see the stop counts. I can see how many packages, like the number of packages. Can't see that on Flex. And also, I can decline routes on DashLink. Yes, there's a wait list. I'm not guaranteed a route right now. Granted, it's new. I think this might get better. But on Amazon Flex, you don't know the route until you get there. And if you decline, if you tell like the station person or whatever it is at the Amazon warehouse, I'd like to decline this route, Amazon says themselves, you're allowed to do that, but it might risk your status and ability to actually be on the Flex platform. That's their nice way of saying, if you decline too many of the routes that we give you, then we'll just deactivate you from Flex. And a few bonus points about some smaller features here. Flash bonuses, getting an extra $15 if you're not online to go online to accept an offer. This could be a fantastic opportunity. What I've seen is it's rare, of course, and it's really only in new DoorDash marketplaces and or just smaller marketplaces, but that could be really good. Long distance boost, you get some extra money for taking a longer run. I mean, look at the offer, consider your positioning. How far away do you want to be? Are you going to have to drive back? Is the offer telling you about the new sub marketplace? If you enter into a different sub marketplace, is it busy? Can you dash now? Is there any peak pay there? Shelf photos, I kind of like shelf photos. And I'm not talking about an add-on assignment when you're doing a shop and deliver. This would be a standalone non-delivery task. And DoorDash has said they're working on more of that, non-delivery tasks. I wouldn't mind just going into a merchant and taking shelf photos. Of course, the pay has to be fair for your time. And then round trip delivery, this is like B2B, business to business delivery, but then you handle cash. So I pick up an item, I drop it off at a client's, like their business, whatever it is, their partner. I collect cash for the payment of that item. I return back to the original location and give that person the cash. And then I get paid for that. I don't think that's really gonna expand. I don't think that's gonna be utilized frequently, but at least they're trying stuff. So those are the best tips and tricks for new features. If you wanna see the best tips and tricks for the foundation, the basics of being a Dasher, watch this video.